Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Anisa, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Everything I will link to be linked down below in the description, and let's get right into the video. So I'm going to start off by using the Net Like Lucy, I think they're called Tippet maybe, but these are the super long ones, and these are wellless, and I think I showed these in a haul video not too long ago, and I'm just using KDS glue to glue them down. And yes, you want to make sure these match up from sidewall to sidewall and make sure they're not too big. And I will be back once I'm done with those. And one of her pinkies is broken, so I will not be putting a tip on that at all. Just make sure these are straight and glued down properly, and then I'll be back with the next step. So a little bit of like extra information on these tips. Like I said, these are wellless and these are from Net Like Lucy's website. The thumbs are the longest size, so they don't fit in the little tip case, so they come separately. Well, I say the thumbs, but it's size 0, so usually you would use it on your thumb. So these are tip cutters from Amazon. These come in a 3-pack and they're very, very cheap. And we changed the length about like 5 times till we got to the ones that she wanted, because she likes long nails but she can't do them. So yes, this is not even the final shape. Before I even do the acrylic, we kept cutting them down before then, so I didn't really have to go in with these tips. But usually I like to blend the nail in with the sanding band, but these are a little tiny bit thicker just because they're really, really long. So I used an extra fine smooth top carbide bit, and after that I'm going to go in and shape up the sides just a little bit, just to make sure it's not overlapping. And I'm using an 80/80 grit hand file, and now I'm dusting off the nails. And now it's time to get into the dehydrator and primer. Right now I'm dehydrating, so you don't have to use a dehydrator, but I choose to just in case, because she does like to touch every single thing. And now I'm going in with primer. I go in with 2 coats in total, and you're gonna see how I do that. Then after that I'm gonna do a thin clear base layer and then go in with my color. So as you can see, there's only one hand that has like 4 nails on it, because it's not the pinky, and then there's this hand which has all 5 nails. So I don't know how she broke her pinky, by the way, if you were wondering that. I don't know how she broke that nail, but it was literally like split in half, and then later on that little half part, the one at the top, fell off eventually. But anyways, The other hand, that application was smooth. Like there was literally nothing wrong with it. But this hand, I messed up on one finger, and I think that was her index finger, and I didn't like it. So I decided to show it to you guys because I could have showed you guys a smooth one, but I didn't like looking at her little mangled nail. Also, why show you guys the perfect one and not show you how to fix the bad one? Like I want to show you guys how I fixed it, so you know if you mess up, it's able to be fixed as long as you don't get discouraged. So don't get discouraged if it's like messed up. It'll be fixed. You can fix it in filing, but you really want to get your application down. And I don't know what happened. It might have been ring finger or it might have been index. I don't know, but something happened during that. I even like changed my monomer out during it. It was, I don't know what happened. But I was doing like a little 3-4 bead method on the other hand, and it worked really well for me. That's why I started doing it this side. But something must have happened. There was no acrylic in my brush, so it couldn't have been that. But this hand, things started going wrong for me. But it's probably because we were rushing a little bit more, because this was the day before Halloween, and we were doing like, not Halloween, before Thanksgiving, we were doing a lot of cooking and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of this application, and I will fix all my mistakes I made during my filing, and you wouldn't even tell that that happened to these nails. But make sure you get your application down and your mistakes are not final. I noticed on this hand I was doing something weird, where you see right there I put the bead down regular, but before I was putting it down in like bloop 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 and like creating like a little hole in the middle, like you might see it here. No, I didn't do it for that one, but I kind of did, where I make two little sides. Like I don't know why I was doing it, and that's probably what was messing it up. Was I was trying to make the product extend further instead of keeping it like that as one solid bead. I think that was part of my issue. So yes, don't do that. Don't push down hard in the middle and then like swipe it out in the sides to where the bead is uneven and it's like a little swipe and it's not an actual bead. Don't do that. I don't know why I was doing that. It was very weird, but I'm gonna let y'all watch because these nails have turned out really, really cute. These were her birthday nails. We were supposed to do more designs on them, but like I said, it was day before Thanksgiving, so the plain pink nail was supposed to say 17 on it because she turned 17. So if you guys want to tell her happy birthday in the comments, she will definitely see them. Yes, and then I'll be back at the next step. Okay, so as you know, I don't really do my application like that anyways. I would put a thin layer of the color on and then encapsulated it, but I want to try something different. And it's okay. I just have to work on doing like full built color, which I would only do for my nudes. I just wanted to test something, but yeah, it just takes a bit more practice. She actually didn't break a nail. I was very surprised. She did kind of like take them off after like 3 weeks. She took them off or something like that. But I'm using the same extra fine drill bit that I used to blend in the tip with, and this is the dust collector underneath, and you will see how it just kind of like whips that messed up index finger into shape. I really don't know what happened to the index finger. It just started getting very weird. And you saw on the middle finger I had a bead that was way too dry, so I just scraped it off and it was fine. And yes, all I'm doing right now is evening everything out. The thumb application was pretty smooth, so was the pinky. I'm just really trying to make sure everything is nice and even, and then after that I'll probably go in with another bit to do the same thing. But you want to make sure you go around the cuticle area. It's kind of difficult to get in really close with a smooth top bit like this because it is a safety bit. Is this a smooth top or is it a round top? I think it's a round top. Anyways, it's a safety bit, so it's kind of hard to get around the cuticle area with that. So you might want to go in with another bit so you can get it a little bit closer, maybe a cuticle bit. But I'm gonna let you guys watch, and then I will be back at the next step. So now I'm gonna go in with my 880 grit hand file, and I will swap out to a 180, 100 hand file. I think I'm doing that like right now. And you want to be careful not to overfile, but I'm just kind of, with the 80-80, I really do just want to straighten the sides up, and then with the 180-100, I'm gonna really just smooth that surface out and make sure it looks really, really smooth and it feels smooth. Because if you do your design on top of that, even after you buff, if there's like a lump that's not your apex, it's gonna look like there's a lump, and you're gonna see it in your pictures. It's gonna affect your design. You don't want that. So get your nails smooth, like smooth feeling, but not to where when you put your top coat on or your color on that it's gonna peel. You don't want that. You just want the surface to feel smooth. So now I just flip the hand over and I'm just straightening the free edge. And this is the way I get it 100% straight from her point of view. And it'll look straight from my point of view when I do it this way. Also, it's just a lot easier, so you don't have to flip the hand back and forth. You just do it like that, just that one time. So now I'm going to go ahead and buff the nails with a Reds buffer. And I'm not buffing it to where it makes that weird little squeaky sound, because that means the nail is too smooth and it's just going to peel right off. And then after this, I'll be ready for my design after I dust it off, because you don't want any dust on or around your nails while you're doing any type of gel polish, regular polish, any type of paint. And I really do recommend going in with I'm dusting it off right now, but I recommend going in with a matte top coat before you do your design, because it'll make your lines a lot straighter and a lot smoother. So on her pinky, she wants a full pink nail, because we're supposed to do like 17 on it. And then the rest of the nails, they weren't initially all supposed to be Frenches, but she liked it too much, so we went ahead and did all Frenches for the rest of them. And you will need to do 2 coats if it's not that opaque. So I'm gonna let you guys watch and see how I did these Frenches, and make sure your Frenches are similar or the same. You really want to get it the same, but similar is fine. Don't have them looking extremely different, because then it'll look kind of wonky and weird. But just make sure you get it as close to the rest of them as you can. And I'm going to cure those in between for 30 seconds. And then when I do a complete second coat, I will go ahead and do it for 60. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and top coat. I'm using 02 from Savvyland Gel Paint Collection. That will be linked below in the description. And I'm also using LGN's, which is Lisette's gel nails, that company. I'm using the top coat from it, and these nails looked very good. So I'm using a cart brush to clean up with some alcohol, by the way, if you're wondering what that is. And you can always wipe it off before you cure. Before you cure, you can always wipe it off and change it. That's what I'm doing now. And I will be back at the next step. So now I'm going to be using the Lisette Gel Nails top coat. This is the shiny one. And I'm going to cure it for 120 seconds. It really only needs 60, I think. But I cure for 120 just to be safe. And I'm also wiping off the sides as well to make sure no gel pools to the sides and widens the shape. I did that for the pink gel as well. And this is called Shiny Top Coat, and then the color I used is 02, and it's by Savvyland. And after this is cured, I will go ahead and apply cuticle oil. I don't think I recorded that, but yeah, just make sure there's no product on the skin or it'll start lifting. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and here I am showing you that it's shiny and 02. And I also use the Macart brush, and here's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Everything I've linked to will be linked to down below. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.